Hello, and welcome to Answering Your Comments with Makari. If you take your seat, the show is about to start. Good day everyone, my name is Makari, and welcome to another episode of Q&A time with myself. Still living in my parents' place right now, so nothing's really all that... God damn it, camera, sort your shit out, sort your... Go on, focus. There you go. Nice. Okay, camera, stay still. Right. I'm still living with my parents. My father, nonetheless. And so that means that the quality of stuff ain't gonna be that great. I mean, I'm living in their room. I mean, all kudos to them for letting me live with them. It's been much appreciated whilst I wait for my university place to become available. In any case, you guys wanted to ask me questions on the last big raffle we did, and I'm going to answer as many of them as possible. And if you want to ask any further questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I will get round to answering them. Please make sure your questions are somewhat original. I don't want to end up answering the same question over and over again. That's happened so many times already. Anyway, so the first question comes from Silux1234. Any chance you will do horror classics like Dead Space series from the beginning to the bitter end? Also, Dark Souls 3 has co-op, so you could play the story with worthy companion/follower. Now, I actually really loved the Dead Space series. Unfortunately, I have a tendency of not playing a game again once I've already played it. And unfortunately, I've already played every single Dead Space game. So I wouldn't want to... I don't want to do an untruthful Let's Play. Like, for me to go back and play a game that I've already played, I wouldn't be able to give an honest... I'd be giving a reaction, but it'd be a biased reaction to what I already know of the game, which wouldn't be that entertaining, to be honest. I mean, I could definitely liven it up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the same sort of jump scary sort of thing. And I mean, I might try Dead Space 1, seeing as that one was kind of scary, but I don't know, at this stage, I'm more looking towards other games. I mean, a lot of them AAA horror games are kind of old now. There's not that much that's been coming out. I mean, I'm looking forward to Outlast 2. That's definitely something I'm looking forward to. But as for Dead Space and Dark Souls in particular, those have had their time. I've done them. I'm not going to go back to them. Okay, next question. Tom Thompson asks, will you make WoW raid guides for Legion? I would love to see some. Some of you may not be aware of this yet, but I've actually started streaming World of Warcraft quite on the regular now, and I'm actually intending on taking Legion as a full-time thing. Well, I say full-time thing. I'm going to be putting a lot of effort into the content for Legion, so I'll be streaming a lot of Legion when it comes out. And with that being said, whether I make raid guides or not, I'm not entirely sure. There will definitely be content from World of Warcraft, whether it's specifically raid guides, because there are people out there such as Tank. The Tank Spot even exist anymore. Anyway, there are other people out there who would do a million times better job than I ever would. So whether I just do highlight reels of our first raid content, or I don't know, I might do raid boss kills or something to that extent. There will definitely be highlight reels at the very least of World of Warcraft. Again, whether it's boss mechanic videos, I'm not sure. I can do them. I have done them in the past, and now that I know how to edit a little bit better, I'm kind of hoping that maybe I might better do something to that extent, but we shall see. Andy Paskin asks, Makari, how old were you when you decided you wanted to do art as a career, and why? I was only 3 years old, and I said to myself, I'm going to draw a frog, and I'm going to be the best darn frog I could ever be! Oh, I will be the best frog ever! And then the week after that, I wanted to be a fire truck, so I drew a fire truck. Oh, sorry, that's not quite the question you were asking, was it? I started doing artwork when I was about 11, and it was sort of more of a hobby than anything else. I just drew because Animu was so awesome, and oh my god, so kawaii, look at those Animu characters with the cat ears and all that stuff, and I really wanted to be the one cool kid in the class that drew anime. Turns out that's probably not the best way of picking up girls whilst you're in school, saying, hey babe, look at this awesome cat girl I drew. That's quite the way to end up being the loner in the library drawing anime for a couple of years. But as for a career, it's been my job now for, I'm going to say about 3 or 4 years. I only started making it my living when I started taking my life a bit more professionally, just before I moved down to university. So it's not been an easy thing. I mean, making anything that's essentially a hobby into a job is not easy. It's not something you can just do. I had the entirety of my life before that, leading up to that point, setting up my business, so to say, so that I would actually have the clientele in order to make it my job. But yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting and wonderful ride, and I definitely wouldn't want to change it for anything, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do what I do now for a living either. Christoph Gokek asks, "It's today, isn't it? Shit, it's today! Oh god, it's today! Oh fuck, it's today! I gotta pack! I gotta get things ready! I gotta get everything packed! I gotta get in the sun! I gotta go! Fuck!" That guy called Death says, "I love you, Makari." Well, guess what? I love you too, random citizen! Benis Kazloskus asks, "Why the Mad Hatter image?" Well, if I wasn't a Mad Hatter, I wouldn't be a Dapper Hatter. Yeah! No, fuck, that doesn't make sense. Why the Mad Hatter image? Well, I got to say, the Mad Hatter, it's not exactly a Mad Hatter image. I mean, I'm just trying to play on British stereotypes here, like drinking tea and biscuits and scones and all that, and talking with a rather eloquent voice for that matter. I mean, I don't tend to be actual dapper most of the time, in fact I'm quite the opposite, but you know, the Mad Hatter look sort of makes people remember me. I mean, when they go to a Twitch stream or a YouTube video, they'll be like, "Oh look, it's that guy with the top hat again, the one that acts all stupid and stuff. I remember him. Oh, he's so stupid. Ha 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 ha." Oh dear. Yeah, I've sort of dug myself into this hole, haven't I? Stuff and Things asks, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years, assuming your YouTube and Twitch and stream continues to grow?" I think I got asked this question or something similar to it in a previous video, but I'm going to go over it once more in a bit more detail. So basically, this stream, this YouTube, all of this fadangles is based around my want to do stuff for you guys. I want to grow a community. And that is the motif. That's something that will never ever change. I will always be doing this for that exact reason, to grow a community, to give something back to the people who watch me. So in 5 years, I would say things would be the same, just bigger. Whether we have the subscribe button, whether we have partnership or whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. I could still have the exact same viewership now, and I would still be doing it because I love to entertain. I mean, games will change, times will change, faces will change, but the motive of being an entertainer and somebody who gives back to the community will not. That is what I do this for. I do this for you guys, and that is the end goal. So, as soppy as that sounds, that's about the best answer as I could give. Jeez, like, calm down, Jesus. There you go. I also, something that will change is my setup. I need a better setup. I need a better microphone, I need better lighting, because right now, I'm using this thing. I mean, fuck, look at this. This is just a desk lamp I'm using for lighting. I mean, it's alright, it's not bad, but certainly could definitely use something a bit more professional. Dread Tech HD asks, "Will Top Hats rule the world in 20XX? Of course they will rule the world! Top Hats will soon conquer the planet with dapperness and awesomeness! Everyone shall wear a top hat, and they shall feel the might of the Top Hatters!" Sorry, the monologuing there, that's totally not my inner evil guy trying to work his way out, because apparently all British guys are stereotypically bad guys in movies. Luna Lynx asks, "If you were a type of cactus, what desert place would you want to live in?" You asked for unique. Yes, I guess I did ask for unique questions, didn't I? So if I were a cactus, I would be the prickliest of all cactus. I would be the prickle cactus of Prickleton, and I would live in the what deserts do I know off by? Mumbai! Is it Mumbai? Does Mumbai have a desert? I would live in the Mumbai desert because there's Mumbai nearby. Mumbai, gotta Mumbai out of here! Oh. Ryan Pat asks a very relevant question. "What's going on in your life that makes you move so much?" Well, let me tell you a little story. Since I've moved out to university, I have lived in three separate accommodations, not including this one. The first place I moved to was student halls, which was absolutely abysmal. It was expensive and sapped all my money, and was abysmal because all the other people in there were like 2 years younger than me, and they clearly have never lived without their mothers before, because the amount of times I had to clean up their shit was ridiculous. Quite literally in some cases. The second place I moved to was actually an artist house, which unfortunately they ended up having to sell the place, and I had an opportunity to move rather than potentially wait and not get another house to live in. So the third place I moved in was these people who were with some friends. They basically offered at the time for me to move in with them, and because obviously the option for the other guy to sell their house was on the table, I decided to take it and just move anyway. And then the landlord of that place, again, due to my sheer unluckiness of living in good places, decided to sell the place, and rather than us all finding a new place, two of the people I was living with ended up saying that they wanted to move to America, and, well, I said, fuck it, I'm just going to move back to the city centre. But in the process of me needing to move back to the city centre, I needed to wait until September, which, as of this video, is 7 days away from me moving into my new place. So again, you're going to see a new environment in a couple of days anyway. So yeah, that's why I moved so much. It's not personal choice. I would have happily have stayed in a single place if the place fit me. But I've got to be very careful with where I live, because I've got to have a place that doesn't mind me being a bit noisy, and a place that is somewhat close to the city centre, I guess. Yeah, hand movements. Mystic Zarina asks, so, Makari, when do you think you will have a store for top hats? I want one, not because I want to put cheese dip in it with Doritos or anything like that one dream I had. So this is quite a relevant question. I actually really would love to set up a store, but it's a case of having time at the moment. But I will eventually set one up. The only thing is, I'm going to use the signifier of whenever we get the partnership with Twitch, or the subscribe button, as the identifier that we are in the area where people would want to do it. Because I'm not going to set one up and only get like 2 or 3 people buying stuff at the moment. Not that I would not appreciate that, but I'm going to use the signifier of the subscribe button to show me as a point that there are enough people who would make it worthwhile. Not that only 2 or 3 people wouldn't be worthwhile, but I want it to be a marker on our progress as a community. From that point onwards, we would be able to take things a little bit more professionally in how we market ourselves, other than being stupid and erratic and bombastic and all that sort of shenanigans. But yes, it is something I would definitely want to set up. I've been looking into shirt designs for quite some time, but it's just looking for that marker to go on to say that we are ready for this sort of thing. So you will have your top hats that you can dip cheese nachos in. Alright guys, that'll do it for this episode of Q&A time. I hope it's been revealing. If you want to get your questions in, make sure you leave them in the comments down below, and I will try to get around to all of them where possible, assuming they are original and I haven't answered them before. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see all you top hatters in the next episode. Alright. Don't jump out and get me, little girl. Okie dokie. I guess you wanted